to Seward. They can pace their own play up to the 10th frame, then the rule falls into place, but they're doing just fine. He lost that right at the bottom of the swing. The ball slid off his hand. Of course, of the rotation, took it right to the right gutter. Just trying to get extra practice shot.
There's Landon Ford, and you never want to be premature, John, but I think it's safe to say the Blue Jays will probably win this one.
Brandon,
so as Lakeview, you're just trying to settle in and find your groove for that next game, and how about that?
Yeah, so they really just want to focus on their game, kind of physically settle in, just kind of relax, take a deep breath, just get loose, because you're right. At this point in time, Seward's going to win the match, but then we start new next game, so we start right over. No reason to get dejected. It's just keep going and bowl.
So now this will be Lucian Gunn for Seward.
A little bit high, ball goes through that, right through the nose of the headband, leaves the just 3-6, which actually is not that difficult. Could have been a much more difficult split. Got a little bit lucky, but that's okay. Just a little bit left, it's going to get 6. Seward are already in the 200s. Yeah, there's that difficult spare. It's called a chop. Ball goes straight back, 3 goes straight back, leaves the 6, but they've already got 205 pins in the 9th. Big score.
Well, John, one of my favorite parts of every year doing this broadcast is the lane pattern. What are we dealing with this year for this competition?
Great question, Brandon. This lane pattern was specifically designed for this tournament. It was a recreation pattern modified to a challenge pattern. Now, sounds like a lot of words, I know, but basically bowling levels of skill have 3 different levels. We have sport compliant, challenge compliant, recreation compliant. This one falls in the middle. It's not really easy, it's not really tough, kind of emphasizes some consistency, and we're seeing that with the Seward team. They're really getting the ball to rotate through the heads nice. So again, scores might be a little bit low. Again, could be a little bit high. It all depends on how well the players bowl.
So you have Seward at 205 through 9 pins, or through 9 frames rather.
So we see here, when he releases the ball is going to come slightly left. His thumb will turn over the top. That causes the ball to go left down the lane. He leaves the 1-3-6. Going to try to get the ball to cover the 1-3, which are the pins in the center. Like that. That looks pretty good. Great spare.
Nails it. Spare for Ditter as we head to the 10th. And Carter Pelk will throw.
Pretty good shot there. It's going to get a little off the left, gets 3. It's okay. Again, just want to get settled in, because next game we start over. Now that's the example of the lane pattern, Brandon. That ball was outside. There's a little more oil to the outside of the lane, so the ball doesn't have the grab to hook back to the pocket. So because that was to the right, the lane didn't give him any forgiveness, really. So we missed that bit to the right.
So Lakeview finishes with a 114 here in game 1. And Seward, a dominant 214.
Yeah, that was a big win. 100 pins difference from Seward to Columbus Lakeview, but it's just one win. We're going to start over, and we'll see if Columbus Lakeview can get settled in. If they can stay close and get it back to 1-1, it's still anybody's match.
One game in the books here at Sun Valley Lanes and Games, Unified Bowling State Championships. We'll be back.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. You live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
Welcome back to Sun Valley Lanes and Games. 1-0. Seward leading in the Class B State Championships. Game number 2 now about to get underway. And so we are going to see Michaela Lowski here, who is helped by her sister Jordan. Now, talking to Coach Jimmy Biggs, Michaela is legally blind, and so her sister, number 8, Jordan, will give her verbal cues, and we'll see that ball next as Seward first starts off with Kendall Gardner.
Seward out of the gate with 7. Ball going to the left, leading the 1-3-6.
And so here we go with Michaela Lowski.
You'll see here, Brandon, the partner cannot direct the ramp. So she can only put it in the middle of the lane, and then it's up to the player, even though she's legally blind, to get it somewhat towards the middle.
All right, and some more cues from sister Jordan to Michaela. And again, this illustrates what the whole purpose of Unified Sports is all about, as these two sisters work together here, and it goes down the ramp.
That's a good shot.
Right down the middle.
Could be. Oh, what a bad break.
Nearly picking up that tough spare. And a well-deserved round of applause for Michaela Lowski.
That could have been a spare just as easy.
So now we have Jacob Kimbrough for the Blue Jays.
All right, another example right there, Brandon, of the difficult lane pattern. That ball was left off his hand, and it had no extra oil in the middle of the lane, so it doesn't get the extra skid. It immediately starts to hook, and the ball goes to the left.
So if you get too far outside, you're in the danger zone where you don't get the grip, and if you don't get far enough, too much. Is that?
You got it.
Look at me go. And there's the perfect amount. That finds the pocket. A big strike there for Ditter.
Yeah, we see Seward didn't start out on the gate as strong as they did last game. And now Columbus Lakeview sees the opportunity, gets the strike, and now the momentum's swinging the other way.
Now Daniel Borgman will throw for Lakeview. Here's another look.
Perfect form, gets the ball off his clean rotation right in the 1-3 strike. Really the key, Brandon, is to get the spares. In Baker Bowling, as long as you get the spares, you've got a really good chance. Now last game, a little bit of an anomaly. I mean, we saw one of the highest games we've ever seen. But if you can spare, it's like I've always said, strikes are for show, but spares are for the dough. One-two in the middle of the lane, wants to cover the ball, just like that.
Well, Borgman getting the dough there, the way you put it. Nice spare. Two, or that's to follow up with that strike. So 2 straight frames with marks for Lakeview.
Difficult spare here for Seward. He's got to avoid the chop. Just like that. So what I worried about, the ball hooking when it goes in that direction, could always cause trouble with that 6-10. He chops the 6 straight back, leaves just the 10, But now Lakeview, Columbus Lakeview, with a 25-pin lead going through frame 4.
Back to Michaela Losky.
All right, good shot. Ball right towards the head pin and gets 8. Great shot.
Oh, and the fun split there for Kendall Gardner.
Yeah, that's the epitome of the ball hitting dead center, leaves the goalpost, we call that, the 7-10 split. Extremely unlikely to make. Can be done, but you got to throw the ball hard. Trying to cover the 6-10 here. That's got a good chance, actually. Ball's going to hang on and head right for it. Got it.
And we picked up the spare Michaela Losky. A third consecutive mark for Lakeview, and a big one.
It's just like we said last game. Once the new game starts, we're starting fresh, and it's all about the wins. So even though Seward started out strong, we're back to the beginning, and now we see Columbus Lakeview taking an early lead, game 2. Great shot, great shot.
That's Ditter.
Another example there, he hit up on the ball. What we see is the ball just hooked early when he let it go. Here we see Columbus, a good shot off his hand, good rotation, almost leaves the 6-pin, but it's a strike.
And to clarify too, both lanes had the same pattern, correct?
Yes.
Because right now the luck, or whatever you want to call it, whoever's on the left lane right now is experiencing more success.
You're right. It appears lane 27's playing a little bit easier, but I think it's the players. We're seeing better shots on 27 than we are on 28. I don't know if it's because they're closer to us. Maybe we're making them nervous. Brandon,
Probably
I don't know.
the announcer jinx
It could be.
always happens. Well, through 5, you have Lakeview with the lead, now finishing their 6th frame. Unable to pick up the spare there.
Lost that ball to the right. Didn't get the hook. Again, a little tougher lane pattern. Lane didn't give him the forgiveness to hook over there. Now Seward settling in. Bad break. Ooh, bad break. It's a good shot. It's known as a solid 9. Ball drives through the pin so strong. It just goes right through the pocket. We're going to see the ball drive right through. Normally it deflects a little bit, and the ball will hit the 5 and the 9. But we see the ball go here. It goes direct into the pocket and goes high. Leaves just the 9, but he covers the spare.
So now we see again Michaela Losky. Actually, talking to Coach Jimmy Biggs as he was describing how the Losky sisters work together, he said, wasn't sure if Michaela would actually bowl in this championship round. She was taking a nap in between the knockout round and this, because this isn't an enduring day when you talk about the amount of bowling you need to do, as she goes right down the middle. But she's apparently...
Yeah, it's a long day for sure, and I understand that. I could use the nap too, but yeah, it was pretty good. It worked to her advantage. She's really done well this game. I mean, her first balls have been, let's see, we've gone 5, 8, and 7. And last frame was a great spare. If she can do the same thing like she did last time on this lane and make the spare, that would be a great thing. That's got to hook a little bit. Sometimes the weight block takes the ball over a little, which it just did. Still, 8 is good.
So 103 for Lakeview with a extra frame bowled.
Seward working on a spare, so this ball, basically every pin he knocks down is worth 2 because he's on a spare. So he wants to get as many as he can. Good mix, gets 9. So that adds 19 to his score, actually, but now he's got the other 9, so it's really 28. And they will be within 15 pins if he can make this spare.
Nyhart, just a little bit too much.
Just misses that ball hook a little bit early. Goes to the left, leaves an open frame. 26 pins for Columbus Lakeview in the lead. Like to get another striker spare here. Ooh.
Does that split have a name?
No, that is not ugly. I suppose we
There,
can call
I
it
can get behind that.
Yep. Good loft. Good loft there. Ball hooked a little bit high. Leaves the 6-10. Spare can be made. He needs to get the ball to the right side of the 3-pin. Got to hook a little bit? No. Get the right side of that 3-pin. He could actually hit the 4-7. But the pin count was not good there. Spare here brings Seward with an 11. And he got it.
The Blue Jays right back in it as we head to the 9th frame. Daniel Borgman gets 8.
Another 6-10. Got to get the ball to the right side and have the ball cover both of the pins. We've seen it chopped earlier today. But a spare will keep him in the lead. Big shot here for Seward. Oh, yeah. That was big.
Clutch ball by Landon Ford. John, where does that put us? It will depend on this ball here,
Spare,
clearly.
yep. The spare here keeps it even. Oh, got a little bit lucky, but he got the spare. They are up by 11, but the strike comes into play here. If Seward can strike, they'll actually come within 1 pin. That's a big shot for Seward. If they want to win, they need to get a strike, and that ball's left. All right. So, the max score for Seward is 137. The max score for Columbus Lakeview is 158. Again, working on a spare, so every pin she knocks down is really worth 2. If she can get 9 here, that will force Seward to spare and strike.
Big ball here by Michaela.
Weight block's
Rolling
pulling.
left.
Yep, a little to the left. She's got 3. Gives them 121. They're in the lead, but Seward has to spare this. If they don't spare, Columbus Lakeview wins the game. It's got a chance. Yeah, there it is.
What a throw by Nyhart.
Well, now it just flipped. We're going to see a ball here. Gets a little bit left, but it's okay. Goes to the Brooklyn side. Ball does all the work. Knocks down all 10, and now Seward is in the lead. She has to spare this to keep Columbus Lakeview in the match. It's got a chance. Oh. All right, 3 pins. 3 pins, Brandon, is what Seward needs. Now, he just had a gutter, so it's not over. 2 is a tie. Highly unlikely we would see a tie.
Well, Nyhart looking to give Seward a 2-0 lead.
That's enough.
And he does. The Blue Jays come from behind. 134-129, your final here in Game 2. Seward up 2-0 here in the Class B State Championships. We'll be back here on News Channel Nebraska. Welcome back to Sun Valley Lanes and Games. Brandon Axmit, John Lucido, the defending champs Seward, are one game away from repeating as state champs. And John, we saw them do it in different ways from game 1 to game 2, but ultimately the result was the same.
Right, a win is a win. And even though they were down most of the match, they managed to fight through it and are now up 2-0. It's going to be a tough road for Columbus Lakeview.
Cameron Nyhart was the one who threw the decisive ball in the 10th. In game 2, he starts off with 8 pins here. Now Carter Pelk.
Carter like to get a strong start, gets 7, that's good. Gives himself a thumbs up. It's a good shot.
And a spare to start things off for Seward.
That's the way to cover the spare. Ball covers both pins. Don't have to worry about the chop by doing it that way. Oh, I like this. Got it. Yes, just enough.
Excellent ball by Carter Pelk.
It's a great start. We're going to see the ball here. He gets it right down the right side of the lane, and the ball covers all 3 pins, catches that head pin just enough. That's why they paint him, Brandon. Just to knock it over.
You know off the top of your head how much that coat of paint adds, right?
I do. All too well.
Oh, 9.
Yeah, Brooklyn shot, ball goes to the left. 5 almost takes out the 10. Gets 9 on a spare, which is good. Columbus Lakeview would like to answer with 9 or a strike if they can. And that's a pretty good shot. Look at this. Bang.
Brooklyn for Jordan Lowski.
Great shot by Jordan. Ball off her hand right over the 3rd arrow. Goes to the left side of the head pin. Strike.
And just missing the spare for Seward is Landon Ford. So 2 marks for the Vikings in 2 frames.
The nemesis 10 pin for the right-handed bowler. Like the double up. Oh, a lot of hook. A lot of hook there. He got a handful. Thought that ball was going to catch the head pin. It took off at the back end. A lot of rotation on that ball.
And a couple left there for Gunn.
Ball here. Gets 2. Seward like to get back on here, cover the 1-2. That'll be a tie match if they cover it up. Got it.
Excellent done by Lucian Gunn, picking up the spare. And Pelk.
Good shot there. Gets 8. Leaves the 1-3. Pin count is key. When we say pin count, we mean knocking down as many pins as you can on the first ball. 8, 9 is a good pin count. 3 or 4 is not. 5 is not good either, especially when it's a design. It looks like that. It's called the pro washout. That's fair. The 1, 2, 4, 6, 10. A little bit quick with his feet. Lost the ball at the end. Ball goes to right. 8's still good though, because this spare is going to be difficult. 2 ways to make it, either the very right side of the head pin or left side of the head pin. Gets 2. And now we're within 6 pins, 6 pins of each other.
This is Jordan Lowski. She had a striker last time. Gets 9 this time.
Could have struck again. 6 pin goes around the 10. basically just where she put the last one on that lane. Gets 9 this time. I think we're seeing the lanes transition, Brandon. I think the lanes are starting to hook a little bit more. It's usually related to the lights above the lanes because the teams are starting to go what we call high. The ball's hooking a little bit more in the back end, which happens when the lane starts to dry out from the lights. So they're going to have to adjust. It doesn't mean that they're not playable. They just need to move a little bit and get the ball back into the pocket.
So Lakeview still leading by 7 as we head to the 6th. Neither team coming off a mark here in this going into this frame.
There we go. That's a good shot right there. That's the difference. He got the ball out to the right, projected it through the right front side of the head pin. We're going to see the ball kind of project to the right, and when it does that, it gets into the track and hooks right into the pocket. Great shot.
Gunn trying to follow suit, and he does.
And that looks like they moved. I think they made the move. I think the coach probably got to them and said, hey, lane's drying out a little bit, move a little bit left. It's a good shot there. Back-to-back strikes by our bowlers.
Some good pin action.
See here, we're going to see the ball is a little bit farther to the right. And because of that, then it goes down the lane, hooks in the pocket, strikes.
And then Nyhart follows it up with a strike. So Seward with 2 in a row here.
Big double by Seward. That's going to help. It's going to kind of project them into the lead a little bit. Columbus Lakeview is going to have a challenge in their hands. They're going to try to stay close. Difficult spare, the 5-10. Give it his best shot. Ball hooking a little bit left. Another strike. It's okay. No style points, Brandon. No style points. 3 in a row.
And look out because Seward is going in for the kill here. A turkey with 2 frames to go. Lakeview in some trouble.
Yeah. Seward is up by about 26 pins going into the 9th. Another strike here is going to basically seal it up or come real close. Big shot. That's pretty good. 8. Columbus Lakeview getting into a must-spare situation. They really need to get this spare here to keep it in the match. I like it. Looks pretty good. Yep. Perfect.
Well done, Jordan Lowski.
Difficult spare, the 6-10. He switched balls, which is the normal thing to do. The ball is a harder ball, so it doesn't hook as much, but then it hit the oil a little bit more than what he expected and slid into the channel. But it's okay. Need a strike here for Columbus Lakeview. Oh, no. 4-9. That's trouble.
So obviously, do they have a chance if they pick it up, or are they mathematically, is this a Seward?
No, they're still in. Good shot. Ball drives through the pocket, but drives too much. Because of the 2 to miss the 4, and the ball misses the 9. It's a bad break. He can make this. He needs to get the ball on the left side of the 4-pin. They're still in it. He gets 1. That's okay. But here's the scenario. The most Columbus Lakeview is get to 148. They have to strike. Otherwise, it's over. Must strike situation. Oh, it's got a chance. Oh, yes. They're still in.
Carter Pelk keeping Lakeview alive.
Good shot. Ball on the left side of the headpin. Yeah, trips them all out. It's strike.
So
Now-
Nyhart right at 148 now.
Yeah,
for
he got
Seward.
6, which is the number. So we have another must-strike situation for Columbus Lakeview. If he strikes out, it forces Seward to knock down 1 pin. That's got a
Pilk
chance.
needing it for the double.
Good. Oh, no.
It is just shy.
Great attempt, great finish. He should hold his head high. It was a great shot, leaves the 5. 1 pin here, it doesn't matter. Seward's going to be your winner. There you go. Champions. That's all right. 137, not a bad game. But Seward, they're the powerhouse. See it again.
Second year in unified bowling, and it will be Seward's second state title. There's the ball for good measure. The Seward Blue Jays are officially your unified bowling state champs, 3-0 over Lakeview. They defend their title here in Lincoln. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. Medals, presentations, and interviews all on the way here on News Channel Nebraska.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone, see the trainer. From bracing to home health and rehab products, they provide the right solutions to keep you moving. Whether it's a chronic condition or sudden injury, their expert team will help you find the perfect fit. With a wide range of in-stock orthopedic, sports medicine, or rehabilitation products, See the Trainer is dedicated to improving your quality of life. Visit the professionals at See the Trainer in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
When the game wraps up or even before kickoff, our community welcomes you with open arms. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is happy to have you here, and we want to show you what we're all about. From wide open spaces to music, shopping, entertainment, and more, there is always something for you to discover in our city. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit lincoln.org. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
At the racetrack or the rat race round town, fuel matters. Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
Welcome back. Seward 3, Lakeview nothing in the Class B Unified Bowling State Championships. It's now time for the medal presentations.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Nebraska School Activities Association is pleased to present medals and trophies to both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made this afternoon by NSAA Executive Director Jennifer Force and NSAA Board of Directors Thomas Lee from Omaha Lakeview, Sarah Graham from Lincoln, and Dave McDonald from McCool Junction, and Special Olympics Nebraska Board of Director Carolyn Chamberlain. Here are the awards for runner-up Columbus Lakeview High School. Coach Jimmy Biggs and your assistants, please present the silver medals to your team participants. Come forward as your name is called. Daniel Borkman. Jordan Lowski. Michaela Lowski.
Way to go, Michaela! Yeah, Michaela!
And Carter Pelt. For these outstanding participants and their school, here's the 2024 Class B NSAA State Unified Sports Bowling Runner-Up Trophy. Congratulations, Lakeview High School. And now, to the champions, Seward High School. First, head coach Candace Bridgeford, we have a special award for you. Okay, Coach Bridgeford, we'd like to have you and your assistant hand out the gold medals to your team. Participants, please come forward as your name is called. Landon Ford. Kendall Gardner. Lucian Gunn. Jacob Kimbrough. Now for these outstanding athletes and their school, here's the 2024 Class B NSAA State Unified Sports Bowling Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Seward High School.
Stop into Zollner Ford Beatrice and check out the great pre-winter offers.
2024 Ford F-250 starting at only $47,999, or choose 1.9% financing with approved credit. Check out ZollnerFordBeatrice.com for our $399 a month lease specials on many models in stock. Check out the 2024 full-size hardtop Broncos starting as low as $39,999. We are Zollner Ford Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
Life can move at a pretty fast pace here in Nebraska. From lights on to lights out, there's no stopping our work ethic. That's why at Nebraska Public Power District, we take pride in keeping you going. Pride in knowing that your power grid is consistently ranked one of the nation's most reliable and resilient. We take on the challenges 24/7 because electricity is the lifeblood of your day, and powering your day is what motivates us to do our very best. NPPD, powering our state, empowering your life.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone, see the trainer. From bracing to home health and rehab products, they provide the right solutions to keep you moving. Whether it's a chronic condition or sudden injury, their expert team will help you find the perfect fit. With a wide range of in-stock orthopedic, sports medicine, or rehabilitation products, See the Trainer is dedicated to improving your quality of life. Visit the professionals at See the Trainer in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do, just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. You live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Bowling program have brought home the state championship. I am once again talking to Candace Bridgeford. Coach, you did it last year. I asked you before how much you thought last year's experience would play a part in what just happened. You said you thought it'd help. Yeah. I think you are on the right track, especially with that 6 strikes to start off game 1.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Your overall take on what your team just did here?
You know, they were consistent and they did what they needed to do, and I just love how they support one another. So it was just a fun championship again.
So you dominated game 1. Game 2 was a little bit different. You came from behind. Was there any sort of motivation that you as the coach gave your team as you saw them ultimately come back from being down?
You know, we just supported each other and said, you can do it. And we knew we had a chance still. There were still enough frames left that we could come back from behind, and we did. So it was good.
And then you did the same thing in game 3, a 3-0 sweep over Lakeview. As you look back and reflect on what this team did this year, what sticks out to you most about this group?
Just, again, the way they support one another, the way that they are always positive and just bring that positive energy to the whole team. And it's just a really good group of kids.
Well, one of them specifically, Kendall Gardner, we're going to talk to her next. She's a senior. What can you say about her and what she's done for this team and her experience being on the Unified Bowling team?
Yeah, her first year of bowling was last year, so this has been really exciting for her to be able to be at the championship. And she's a very consistent bowler and always has, just a smile on her face and, is very supportive of everybody. So she's just a really great bowler.
Well, Coach, we're going to talk to her next. Thank you for the time. Congratulations, and seems like we might be seeing you again next year.
Hopefully, yes. Thanks.
All right, Seward, our state champs. That is Coach Candace Bridgeford. Let's bring in Kendall Gardner, the state champion with the Seward Blue Jays, a senior leader on this team. Kendall, you're a state champ for the second year in a row. How does that feel?
It feels good. I knew that we were going to win because I knew that we were going to win.
Just that supreme confidence, or what allowed you to know that you were going to win? It's not easy winning a state championship. I don't know if you know that.
I just got really good. Who I bowled with, they were really good, and they've helped me. So
you've done it 2 years in a row. Which one felt better, last year's or this one this year as a senior? And why?
This year because I felt this year, and I felt less nervous this year than last year.
Well, I understand you do the unified bowling, you do the singles bowling with Seward, and you've also signed up to do Special Olympics bowling as well. What is it about bowling that you love so much that makes you want to be a part of it in all these different ways?
Bowling's fun, and just being teammates that I got, they make it fun. It's fun. And I really like bowling with other people.
Well, Candace, you did a great job. Seward state champs for the second year in a row. Congratulations and best of luck the rest of your bowling career.
Thank you.
The Seward Blue Jays, Class B Unified Bowling State Champions here at Sun Valley Lanes and Games. Stay with us. We'll come back and wrap things up before we prepare for the Class A finals.
Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone, see the trainer. From bracing to home health and rehab products, they provide the right solutions to keep you moving. Whether it's a chronic condition or sudden injury, their expert team will help you find the perfect fit. With a wide range of in-stock orthopedic, sports medicine, or rehabilitation products, See the Trainer is dedicated to improving your quality of life. Visit the professionals at See the Trainer in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
At the racetrack or the rat race around town, fuel matters. Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
And welcome back to Sun Valley Lanes and Games, wrapping up our Class B Unified State Bowling Championship. Seward getting the victory. Let's jump right into our top plays, brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big ticket items? Currency's here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Class B Unified Bowling State Championships, Columbus Lakeview taking on the defending champs, Seward. This is Lakeview's first ever trip to a state championship. And Seward, man, they started off strong. That was one of 6. Yes, count them, 6 strikes in a row to start game number 1. You had Landon Ford, Lucian Gunn, Cameron Nyhart there with a strike. All of them were in on the action. Here's Lucian Gunn with his strike. But again, when you get 6 strikes to start off a game, you're probably going to win, and that's exactly what Seward did in game number 1. They took it by 100 points. In fact, 214 to 114. We saw a good ball thrown by Owen Ditter there for Lakeview, but game 1 went to Seward. Lakeview, to their credit, they responded in game number 2. Here's Owen Ditter again, coming off the spare, picking up a nice ball. And ultimately, Lakeview was in control for a majority of game 2, 108 to 77, heading into the 9th frame. But the Seward Blue Jays, Landon Ford got the rally started, and then Cameron Neihart with a huge 10th frame off of a gutter ball picks up the strike, and ultimately Seward came back to win game number 2, 134 to 129. Here's a good ball by Jordan Lowski for Lakeview, the first ever female bowler in Lakeview history to qualify for the state singles. She was a big part of what the Vikings did this year on the unified side, but Seward in game 3 kept the momentum going. Lucian Gunn with another strike. Lakeview hanging in there, going toe for toe with the top-seeded defending champs. Landon Ford, this is what you call the Brooklyn strike, or a Brooklyn strike. They all count the same, and that counts as a strike. We head to the 10th, and this kept Lakeview alive. An excellent ball there by Carter Pelk. He needed this strike to allow Lakeview to stay in it, and in fact, that's what he did. But Cameron Neihart, he slams the door shut, picking up the spare, and the Seward Blue Jays repeat as Class B Unified Bowling State champs, defeating Lakeview 3-0. Those game scores being 214 to 114, 134 to 129, and 161 to 137. Congratulations to the Lakeview Vikings, who finished second in their first ever trip to the finals. Congratulations to Seward, who finishes state champs for the second consecutive year in its only 2 years as a unified bowling program, 2 state titles. Well, John, we'll wrap things up here and get a look at this updated bracket, but any final thoughts on what we saw here in Class B?
Seward's just strong, right? I mean, 2 years in a row, brand new. They just run everybody over. Starting out so strong with a 214 game. I don't even know. We'll see another 200 game today, but that's okay. Good for them. It's a great program, great start. Congratulations, Seward.
That will conclude our coverage for Class B. Don't go anywhere, though, because at 3 o'clock in 27 minutes, to be exact, we'll be back here live for Class A. Columbus High taking on Millard North. Excellent showing for Columbus. You have Lakeview in the B final, then Columbus High going to be competing in Class A. We're looking forward to it. We're taking a quick break here. We're going to return to regular programming, but we'll be right back at 3 o'clock live for Class A. We'll see you in 27 minutes.
Some people think using E15 fuel is a gamble, but ethanol is made from Nebraska corn, so it's earth-friendly, reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 43% with every bushel grown. Plus, E15 is EPA approved for cars made after 2001 and typically saves money at the pump.